Okay. So. Wait. What happened to the audio? Oh, it's still there. Okay, okay. The music just stopped for no reason. Alright, so I just recorded like 50 minutes of this game without checking properly that OBS was working, so I just lost a bunch of footage. However, what happened was that I got to the police station. Well, actually, I got to... Man, there was a lot happening. Damn. And I messed it up. I met the police officer that I was supposed to meet, Emily. She's a blonde woman. And then I met her, I guess the sheriff of the town, George. Went to the police station, had a briefing there, learned how to drive a car. It's awful. We're now at the hospital where we're supposed to basically investigate the autopsy of Anna... what's her name? Anna Graham, I think? I can't remember. We'll learn that eventually, and hopefully I'll learn how to record things properly. So yay! Let's go. Let's go. Okay. Right. So I'm at the hospital, and everything is huge. Like every single thing is huge. There's this really creepy nurse that just keeps crouching, looking a bit, and then when she stands up, let's look at her feet. Her feet goes through the... it's so awkward. Okay, look at her feet. Both when she crouches and she stands up again, she clips through the floor. I'll make a save. Yeah, I'm not gonna beat myself up too much over not recording too much of this game. I feel there's a lot of fun stuff about the game. I think, well, in the writing at least. Not that I'm not sure. I don't think it's good, but it's entertaining me at least. Because most of the gameplay, like the action part, it's kind of lackluster. The driving is not great. Like running around, just exploring this place. Like this place is not that interesting to look through. Oh, it's underground. Is there... okay, I need a staircase. That seems to be a staircase. Somebody's really going hard on that harpsichord. Yeah, there's the stairs. Yes. So all in all, not the most engaging game ever. Although it's kind of funny how that the game is oddly self-aware of certain things. Like they're noticing, they're noticing that the main character is kind of a weirdo and is kind of a jackass. They've talked about him behind his back. Do I enter? No. Let's go over here. It's interesting that he hasn't mentioned the fact that he was assaulted by all these things in the forest. I'm gonna move my mic a bit.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
Ah, you made it. Let's get started, shall we?
Usher Johnson. As in Usher?
This is Agent Morgan from the FBI.
Nice to meet you. I'm Usher Johnson, the doctor in this hospital.
FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan. Please call me York. Everyone calls me that.
Literally everyone.
Very well, Agent York.
Are you a forensic practitioner?
Let's just say I've dealt with corpses before.
That battle of wits, by the way. Did you create that yourself?
Mm-hmm. I just wanted to see if our FBI agent could handle the task.
I see.
Why are they zooming in on George?
It was pretty fun.
Oh, I'm glad you liked it.
Yeah, just some fun, upbeat music with this Dutch
We
angle.
don't have much time. We need those autopsy results.
with a dead body in the background of a poor murdered woman.
Next time, try challenging us without obstructing an investigation. You've angered the monarch.
Shit, is this guy for real?
From the onset of rigor mortis, the stiffening of the muscles, the time of death is estimated to be between 20 and 2200 hours. That's still quite early for such a crime to take place. Note that there are 2 exterior wounds, pressure marks around the neck, and a long cut running from chest to abdomen. Blood marks on her right hand tell us she was gripping something round in her right hand.
What?
Her skull is also fractured, but that is unrelated to the cause of death. It probably happened to her after she was killed.
It's interesting that they look down on their hands. Like, think of round things that they can hold.
I first thought death by suffocation, due to the marks on her neck. But after further investigation, I now have a different conclusion. The direct cause of death was loss of blood from the wound.
What?
Which means...
She was cut up while she was still alive.
Yep.
Yes, a sharp knife was used. It was inserted beneath the sternum and then quickly sliced downwards. The excessive loss of blood from her internal organs is what actually killed her. Her nails are clean, and with no skin cells from the attacker. She also doesn't appear to have been bound nor badly beaten. She was apparently killed without resistance. The most tragic thing, however, was that she was unable to speak her story to anyone who could hear her cries.
Okay.
The perpetrator cut out Anna's tongue.
Well, I believe she was drugged first to phase her consciousness, and then the killer killed her. Now, the killer most likely has a deep, traumatized
Maybe use
past
gloves,
concerning
York?
women. He probably cannot converse with them normally. Cutting out the tongue suggests a very lonely individual.
This music
Either
does not
that
fit.
or a truly hardcore sadist. He must get off on watching women suffer, especially when they can't answer back. Now, he watched as the blood pumped from her body, as she gradually grew cold. Now, a case in Seattle in 1985 was much like...
Usha, please, limit your report to your findings as a doctor. Criminal profiling is my job. You're wrong, also. Anna died fully, deeply, painfully aware of what was happening to her.
But,
Tell me, what time did it stop raining on the night Anna was killed?
Just before I went to bed, right after the movie on TV ended, so around 1 a.m.
What movie was it?
An American Werewolf in London.
Directed by John Landis, 1981. So the rain stopped, accompanied by the ending song, Blue Moon. George, would you mind if I examined Anna myself?
What more do you hope to find?
Wear gloves, man.
I'm sure I mentioned that I have a personal interest in cases like these.
Oh, this is... Okay, so... Judging from the impressions, she was holding something in her hand, but it was removed around 6 hours after death. The object was circular, with a relief shaped like a peace mark. So, do we have that item, or did the killer remove that? She's neatly wearing fake fingernails that are red. Anna's body is lying on the table. Alright, so... traces of evaporated liquid around the eyes. She must have cried before she was murdered. Can I? Beautiful blonde hair. Stunning, even in death. That's a weird comment to write. Still no hint of a smile. There's no reason we should focus our efforts on George. Hey, buddy. Can you give me a smile? Georgie boy. George. His age isn't immediately apparent, though he can't be that old. Looks like a trustworthy doctor. We shouldn't stare at her for too long. Okay, so the observation points disappear. The tongue has been removed. Look at the edge of the stump.
From her lack of resistance, I'd say that Anna's injuries happened very quickly. Unable to speak, she was then left to cry herself to death.
Zach, it's all starting to come together.
The perpetrator stayed with her for at least 2 hours until it stopped raining. At the estimated time of her death, it was still raining, but you can still see tear marks on her cheeks. That means she was killed under a roof somewhere. She was then carried into the woods after it stopped raining.
There's one other thing. Her tongue was removed with a very blunt knife. In fact, it's more likely it was simply chopped off.
So the killer has different set of knives.
Are you a passionate man?
Well, not
Are you
particularly,
caring in the
but
afterglow?
I am man enough should the moment call for it.
George, how about you?
I'm very passionate. Yes. Especially when it comes to women. But I don't see what that has to do with anything.
George, the perpetrator, is just like you. He's passionate about women.
You killed her.
He's a passionate kisser. This was a kiss of death.
The perpetrator bit off Anna's tongue.
Oh, man. Ugh.
We'll never get a dental print from a wound like this. But this is still a big lead.
That's not how you French kiss, by the way. Again, use gloves, man.
Jackpot, Zach. A shame, but our old-time all-American sightseeing tour just came to an end.
This case is now under the jurisdiction of the FBI. I'm assuming command. I'll need you to assist me in the investigation.
What in the hell do you mean, Agent Morgan? I know I said I was passionate, but you can't think I did this.
Nobody accused
That's
you,
not
buddy.
why I'm assuming command, George. You're a suspect just as much as every other passionate man on Earth. Let me show you something. There you go. Amazing, huh? I'm sure you have a lot of questions, but most of the details are top secret. George, Emily, we should be going. No need to stay here any longer.
Okay.
What?
I have to
You're
sign
just
the
gonna
release.
leave your
Just give me a moment.
evidence?
Very well.
Like,
I'll go on ahead. I can't take it any longer down here.
he just left his
Bishop
evidence.
takes queen. His rook takes your queen. Then your knight takes rook. And checkmate.
Huh?
He's a fucking psycho.
My first victory in the Grandmaster ranking.
So they're trying to signal that York is like really, really smart. but he's coming off really weirdly. Oh, this is disconcerting. It's weird that he never mentioned before that like he sees these things and that he actually fought them.
Zach, they're here.
I need to buy a soda, Zach. I require sustenance. Okay, so let's see if there's a. I don't need the flashlight. Do I? Didn't I just come from here? Alright, so I would prefer to get some melee weapons. Oh, hello. Lady in red. So you got 10 millimeters. 10 millimeters? Aren't like common bullets like 9 mils? Ma'am, no running in the corridor, please. This is a hospital. Is she dead? It takes a long time for them to die. I'm just gonna wait and see. I still can't walk past. Okay. I just wait for them to despawn to see if there's any like pickups or anything. Because I don't feel like running out of ammo because I don't have a melee weapon as a backup. It's weird that he's picking up his like Medal of Honor. No. Nope. Just gonna calmly open this door. You got stabilizer. So I'm going to the right.
Amazing.
Amazing. Yeah, I shouldn't rush too much. I don't have like infinite ammo. Hello.
Nice shot. Yes.
So the aiming is really awkward, but it's going okay. I hear somebody crying. Are there like other people seeing this too? Oh, hello, sir.
Amazing. Bullseye.
Ma'am, sorry, you're dead. And they're respawning, so I'm not gonna stick around. Is there anything over here? Great. Sir? I'm gonna have to ask you to chill out. Okay. So here's a red thing. Look underneath. It would have been more spooky if they framed it properly. You got a card key for central building. Now there's enemies coming. So I'm just gonna head outside because I don't wanna waste ammo. I'm not supposed to go that way. Amazing. Amazing. Nice shot. Do I? Yeah, I don't have. Yeah, I don't really have a melee weapon. Oh, okay. But there's nothing. This is an agent medal. I don't care about those. Maybe I should, but I don't. Oh yeah. So this is where I need the card key. The key card. The card for the door. Card that acts as a key. Okay. Oh, okay, so this is like a safe haven. And I can sleep here, but I don't want to. Oh, a knife! Awesome. I think I picked up everything. I just wanted to pick up everything before I saved. Oh, look at the time. Gotta go. Alright, so where do I can open that door and I can go this way. There doesn't seem to be anything down the corridor, so okay, so this door is locked. Alright. That's fine. That's fair. Great. Awesome. Great. Excellent murder. Oh, this is so awkward. The aiming is so clunky. It's not. You know what? I don't want to be too negative on the game, but it's very awkward to aim. I think when I played this part last time, when my ex-girlfriend needed me to, I had to. Well, I only got to play the action bits, so these parts. So these are. I faintly recognized them, but it was kind of a long time ago, and all of this is kind of bland. And I used the controller. Ma'am, stop running in the corridor. This is a hospital.
Here! Over here!
You'll float too. Whoa, hello. Yeah, but you're just okay. Ma'am, no limbo in the corridor. Hello, sir.
Great.
I gotta hand it to the animators and the designers though, like the way that the characters are like phasing towards you that way, like the way that they move, it's kind of jarring and frightening. I like it. It's really efficient. Although they could have, like, I don't feel like they pose that much of a challenge. Can I? Okay, I can't open those. So it's a 9mm handgun, and I get 10mm bullets. What is this? Is it like a missed translation or something? Okay, so I can go this way, but I need a key card. So that's probably further down. Maybe in here. Bandage. For the small owies. Yeah, that probably shouldn't be in an MRI, but whatever. Okay, where do I... So that... Okay, so there's... I mean, these plants are like haunting his dreams. And he's been investigating this case for a bit. So... Why he's just casually standing there tapping his thigh while all of this crazy stuff is happening. Oh, they have guns too.
Huh?
Okay, so they got guns too.
Yes.
Whoa, ouch. Sir?
Yes.
Gonna have to ask you to stop, sir.
Bullseye.
No hunting in the corridors, please. 12-gauge shotgun shells. Alright, cool. I didn't get a shotgun, but I'm obviously gonna get one later. So... I mean, they could despawn a bit faster. I still... I feel like it takes a solid like 10 seconds to be able to pick up the stuff after they die. Thomas's biscuit. A biscuit baked by Thomas. Recovers life, hunger, and something else. So is it over? Did it crash? Hello? This, the port for this game, I'm not sure if it initially came out on PC, but it was super buggy. I think it was rushed out in combination with the fact that the development cycle was kind of infected because the publisher were making like demands on the developers to do certain things, whereas the creative lead, he wanted to go in another direction. They had a lot of conflicts, and then they had to like make a really mediocre, crappy game. So it's hard to gauge whether or not this is intentional. Okay, so I think I'll cut it off here, and I'll try and reboot it, and hopefully I can resume where I left off last time.